Hi everyone and welcome to our weekend talk today. My name is Nurdiana and I'll be your host for these sessions. So, whether this is your first time tuning in or you're one of our regulars, thank you for spending your time with us. It's always exciting to see a community for learners, developers, and tech enthusiasts coming together to grow their skills. So, today we're going to be learn something really useful and practical, how to make homepage banner with slider using Tailwind CSS. So this tutorial is a great if you're working on personal projects, building websites professionally, or just want to sharpen your front-end skills. So, a few quick reminders before we begin. If you have any question, you can ask in the Q&A session, and then feel free to say hi in the chat and let us know. And don't forget to like the stream and then subscribe our channels and hit the notification bell. So you never miss the next weekend TikTok again. So, with all that said, let's bring in our speaker today, Emiliana Olivia Carlin, as a student from 11 RPL with experience in front-end developers. Take it away, Emiliana Olivia Carlin.
Okay. Hi everyone. So in here I'll guide you to how to make homepage banner with slider using Tailwind. So before that, I want to Okay, sorry guys. So here before we start the tutorial, I want to tell you how to make sorry I want to explain what is Tailwind. So Tailwind in definition is Tailwind is a utility first CSS framework designed for rapidly building custom user interfaces directly within HTML. Unlike traditional CSS framework that provide pre-designed components like buttons or navigation bars, Tailwind offers a fast collection of low-level utility classes. Okay, without any further ado, let's start the practice. So, but before start the practice, I want to show the output, the demo of the output to you guys. Wait. Um, all right. Is it done? All right. Wait. I'll show you the output. Sorry. So here's the output. I will teach you guys how to make this slider. Okay. So the first. Wait. I want to delete my code first. Wait. Wow. Eh, Wait. Um, okay, so the output is empty, guys. So at the first, we should start the HTML with this symbol is for start the HTML. And for the second, we should name the title because in here we want to make the e-commerce website. So we name it e-commerce. It's just okay. So here we're in Google Font, and because I want to use Titilium Web in my website, so I'm using Titilium Web and click the get font and get embedded code and copy this one, copy code, and put it down here. And don't forget to make comment here. Wait, I want to, okay, give the name here so we can't get confused. Yep. And for the next, we're going to font awesome for the icon. We're looking for the awesome CDN here. Okay. And don't forget to get comment again. And then because here I have animation, so I'm doing it, put in here. It's optional, guys. If you don't want to use it, it's okay. And for the next, we're gonna make the banner in the up in the very top section. We just call it top banner. And here we're using header, and because we're using Tailwind CSS, so we put class in here and try to write py4. It's padding top and bottom. And I'm using big white here, background white, and shadow, the small shadow. And I'm using div and put class again here and container flag item center. and justify between to make it the text is center. Oh guys, I'm sorry, I did wrong. Okay, we repeat. Okay, for the top banner we using flags, item center, justify center 2, and py2 for make it for not make it very big, and with shadow 3xl or maybe 2xl, and using border b 2 and border gray we're using in 200, border gray 200, and we add the p element for the tags, because in here I want to write the tags first. Wait, it's load. Okay, wait, I'm looking for the emojis. Okay, so my text in here is please no potential holiday delays in logistic and customer. And I'm using verbs. And we're adding class again here. We're using font medium and text LG. It's large text, guys. So yeah, let's see the output. We're open with live server. So the output will be like this, guys. Okay. For the next, we make the navbar. Now header. Okay, let's go. We're added, and we use element header here, and give the class again. We're using py4 background white and shadow small. Okay, and for the div, for the first div, we're using class again, container, flags item center, and justify between. And here I'm going add the logo. So I'm using element A in here because I wanted the logo is link. There is gonna be link in this logo, so I'm using A in here. So we're at image emg, and yep. And for the class, we're using width 32. Yep, let's see the logo. Yes, like this. And for the next, we gonna make search bar. We're still in the first div, guys. Okay, so we make the other div with the class width full, and we're using max width, and we're using flex relative. Flex and relative. And we're using span here. And we add the class absolute left for tax LG and top 3. And yep, text grade too. Anyway, we're using 400. Because I wanna add the icon here, we should go to Font Awesome. And start looking for magnifying glass. Yeah, this one. To start with this, we copied this link and add in here. And we should make the input for the type is text, because we're gonna put the text there. And for the class, width full, border, oops, I'm sorry guys, border black, and border right 0, and rounded left medium, and PL12, PY 3, and padding right 3, and we're adding focus outline here. Outline, no. Yep, okay. And we're adding the placeholder and search. Let's see the output. Oh, it's still like this because I haven't added the button. And for the next, let's add the buttons. We're start to type button, and we're adding class figure black and text white px8 rounded right MD and hover text black. So hover is when you hover it like this, I mean like the button will change the color. And start again, hover, border black, and hover, background transparent. And here we type the search. Okay, so let's see. The the output will be like this. Okay, for the next, I will show you how to make icons like in the Shopee, guys, like there are the basket here, the wish list here. Let's go. Okay. Then we make div again here, different div. We cannot make the div inside this first div, and we make the other div again, the second div. We put, for make it easy, we just text the dot here and then type the class that you want to use here, like item center, and then enter. Yeah, it will be like this. It's more simple, guys, than you type div one by one. And then flags space x full, and then we're using a, and we use class again. It's text center, text gray, $900, and hover text black, and transition relative. Okay. And we make div again here. It should be class text 2XL, and we're looking for the icon again, so we're looking for her. This one. Yep. We're just using this without the bolt. Right. And then we make div again, class tags xs leading 3, and try to type card. Sorry, it should be wish list. Wish list and span with class absolute drive 0 minus top mean 1 and width 5, and the height is 5.2, and the background is black, and rounded full. Flags item center, and justify center to text white, and text xs. Okay, let's see the output. Oh, it's still here, guys. Okay. we're gonna make the other. We'll add class text center. Text black. And transition relative gain is actually the tutorial is same, guys. You just need to copy this one. And I'm looking for the back shopping. And div and class text xs leading 3. And write 3. Okay, for the next output is be like this, guys. And for make it easier, just copy this code and put it down. And yep. For the next, we're gonna make for the account. So we're gonna leave it a little bit, change the code. This text center, text black. So yeah, we're gonna change the icon. Go. Yes. We're gonna change to be user. Just change this one, and yep, all of the same. And we're gonna change a little bit in this band. It is absolute. Right 0. Main top one is 5. And edge 5. And background black. Rounded full. Flags. Item center. and justify center text white and text xs. Okay, change the number, and for the next, the header is done. For next, we're gonna make the navbar. For the navbar, I'm gonna make it. It won't move, guys. Should I change it? Nope, nah. For the navbar, we're gonna use the element nav for making navbar, and class. For the class, I'm using black, background black, and we're gonna make first div in this navbar section is container, the first class container, and flags. And we're gonna add the comment all categories and div class background black px8 py4 and item center cursor pointer, so when the cursor is point into the text, it will be changed into pointer. And relative and group. It's kind of mess. I want to make it clear. All right. And for the text, we're using white again. Pen class text white. And for the we're using icon 2 here. We're using bars. Wait. This one. Actually, there's the drop down here, guys, but I won't make the drop down because it will take a long time. And we're using span again here. Class capitalize, so capitalize, margin left 2, and text white. And the tag should be all categories. Okay, so let's see the output. Sorry. Oh. Yeah. It should be like this, guys. And for the next, we make the navbar link. Okay. Here. Flags item center, justify between flex growth and padding left 12. We make class again here. Flags, item center, space X 6 and capital space. Okay. For the next is we make the link home. We just use the hashtag because it's still unknown. We add a class again here. Text gray 300. Hover text white. And with transition to. We're adding home. To make it easy, just copy it, just using Alt Shift down. And for the MacBook, using Option Shift down. Then change the name. And let's go. Yep. So here's the last output, guys. And we're going to the topic. I'm gonna make the slider. So okay, so we create in and navbar, and we'll add comment again, container slider. Wait, guys. We're using div again, different div. Yeah. And okay. I'm using another library here. I'm using animation on scroll, and here fade up. And for the duration, is 1000 and it's optional, guys. If you want to use it, it's okay, and if you don't want to, yeah, it's up to you. And we add the class relative with full overflow, hide it. Okay, we're gonna make the wrapper slider. Here we make the class, just text the class that you want to use. We're gonna make flags with full snap X and snap mandatory overflow X auto scroll smooth and no scroller. Yep. Right. We're gonna make the first slide, and it's div. We make div first, and we're adding ID, and then we type the slide one, first slide, and for the class is with full flash string 0 and max with full background cover, background now repeat for making not messy, and background center and padding 80 and flex and justify center and item center and snap start. And for the image, we add in this div to style background image URL dot assets image image 3. Okay, let's see the output. Oh. Oh. This one. Okay. It haven't show up the image yet, so we just next to make the next background, the next slide. Just copy the code for make it easier. Image 13. Okay. Slide 2. And image 3. Okay. Just haven't show up yet, so we're next to the step. We make the navigation. div class absolute butterfly left half flex and space x full. And here we add a, because we're using ID here, we should put the hashtag slide one. And for the class is withful, hateful, background gray, 500, rounded full block. And for make it faster, just copy the code and change the slide and change the ID. Yep. And yep, that's how to make slider, guys.
Okay, so that was such a solid walkthrough. Thank you so much, Emiliana. So, we saw a lot of valuable step in actions from setting up the layout to customizing the behavior and styles, and that's amazing. So, now let's get into some of your question. If you haven't dropped yours in the chat yet, it's not too late. Type it now, and we'll try to get through as many as we can. So, Uh, for the first question is from Kanael Muna. Hello, Emil. You have been a software engineer student for 1 year. So, what is your most favorite project?
Okay, hi Nile. So my favorite project actually is one final project because I made a full stack website. I'm using back end and front end at the same time. It's very good experience. And yep, that's my favorite project. It's made noted.
Okay, thank you so much, Emil. And then for the next question is from Shakir. So, hey, Emil, what is the benefit of using Tailwind CSS?
The benefit of using Tailwind is more easier than you using like Bootstrap or Vanilla CSS, because in using Tailwind is CSS, we can we can only use inline CSS like that I showed up to.
Okay, for the next question, it's from Kak Aira de Cafe. So, Emil is coding hard, and when did you learn about this?
Maybe for someone still for still foreigner with coding, maybe they're thinking coding is hard, but actually when you try it, it's easy and fun to make it. And when did you learn about this? I learned this when I'm in 10th grade, when maybe this month, this is my second year.
Okay, for the next question is from Kavanda Nakisha. Hello Emil, do you prefer back end or front end?
Okay, I prefer back end because it play with logic and it um because in 11th grade right now we're learning back end too. So yeah, I prefer back end than front end because actually I'm not good at front end, especially in design. So yeah, I prefer back end because it play logic and
Okay, for the next question is from Karaisha APD. Hi Emil, can we use CSS to create a homepage banner?
yes, actually you can make CSS, vanilla CSS to create a homepage banner, but it's a little bit complex because we need two files to make the HTML and CSS connect. And the code is more complicated than Tailwind.
Okay, and then the next question is from Kaatia. What's the biggest challenge you face when using Tailwind for a real project?
Okay, for my the biggest challenge when I face when using Tailwind for a real project was um, maybe because the Tailwind is the framework, and then wait, let me think, guys. Okay, the biggest challenge that I face when using Talent in real project is managing the readability and structure in large components. And the Tailwind is super fast for prototyping, but once as the ML start looking like a wall of utility classes, it's easy to get overwhelmed. Yes, that's it.
Okay, the next question is from Kakal. Hello Emil, would you choose being a full stack developer as a career for you to pursue?
Honestly, yes. Being a full stack developer is something that I will consider for sure. I really like the flexibility of understanding both the front end and back end. It feels like I get to build the whole picture, not just one part of it. It's challenging but also super rewarding when everything connects and runs smoothly. Plus, it opens up more opportunities since I'm not locked into just one area.
And then the last question is from Kaayasa Huzaima. So, what was your first impression when you start coding?
Okay, so my first impression when I start coding because I'm really I don't know what is coding, what is code, and at the first when I start coding, I feels like hacker. Okay, and it was a mix of excitement and confusion. Like I was amazed that typing random looking stuff could actually create things on screen, but at the same time I was like, oh, wait, what does any of this mean? But it felt like learning a new language with your subtitle, but that curiosity kept me going.
Okay, so all right, everyone. So that's bring us to the end of today's tutorials. On behalf of the entire team, thank you again for joining us today. So we hope you learn something valuable and feel more confident using Tailwind CSS in your own projects. So if you found today's session helpful, so please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channels, and then leave a comment with your feedback or tutorial requests. So um, if you want to keep the learning going, so check out our other videos, especially if you're interested in topic like responsive layout or JavaScript animations. So you can check it out in our channel. So once again, I'm Nurdiana, and this has been a pleasure. Until next time, stay curious, keep building, and we'll see you in the next stream. So bye bye.